Um, my ultimate goal out of this is to film everything from the start of the day to the end of the day, through the night, everything. So that's why I'm going to I just thought of something. I was thinking of a few things where for OnlyFans, I'm going to put exclusive underneath the title, just exclusive. I don't know if I'm going to do like video number one, video number two, but I'm going to put videos all over the place, right? So it's going to be on TikTok, it's going to be on Twitter, it's going to be on YouTube. But then what I'm going to do is like the ones where I curse in it or I say OnlyFans in it, it's going to be exclusively for OnlyFans. And I'm going to try to distribute it like that so that the content doesn't get banned or anything. So my ultimate goal is to, like I said, film everything, like everything, bro. But then I was also thinking, like, honestly, if I'm going to be doing this, and let's say a girl wants to make a video with me, no, I'm not gay, so it will have to be a girl. Um, I would want to get paid for this stuff. Like I'm not going to be doing it for free. Like not even for promo reasonings. You know what I mean? Like I want to get paid for everything that I do. So I was thinking about that. I was thinking about how serious I wanted to get with this whole thing. And I'm 100% serious. Like this is the way that I've been predicting my life has been going. So I have no problem with having people pay me for sex essentially because that's what you do on OnlyFans. Like you get a partner and you pay them and you pay yourself as well. You get paid on the side, they get paid on the side. They put it up on their site, you put it up on your site. But the crazy thing is, like, I don't see any guys really putting anything up because like they don't want to show their faces. So I have no problem with showing my face. Like it's going to be me, you know? And I feel like OnlyFans, like you have to show your face anyway. Um, if that's an issue, that's not an issue for me. Like I'm gonna be showing my face. I really don't care. But it's just about like breaking it down to yourself and talking to yourself and understanding like if my friends are watching this, you're gonna be like, when did Abram decide to do porn or corn? We can call it corn. This is going to be on OnlyFans anyway, because I got my uh site got approved just today. So today is June 14th, and it's 1:22 right now. It got approved. I was checking it. So all I have to do is put in my bank details, and then I'm going to set a price for my page, and then I'm good to go. Like we're going to be going live. But I'm going to put on all my sites. Yes, I have an OnlyFans so that people can see. And my general problem would be with my sister because she's tech savvy, so she understands what it is. And I'm wondering if I should like block them or something like that. But I'm going to explain to them. I'm going to be like, no, I don't have sex on camera. Like that's what I'm going to say at first. You know what I mean? Like because it's not going to happen like that. Like it's not going to happen overnight. Like no, I don't have sex on camera. Like that stuff is not about sex. Like it's just videos that I'm cursing in, because that's what it started out as. I was looking for a platform to put my stuff where I can curse freely, because I do curse a lot. Sometimes, like some videos, like it starts off with F, F, F. I'm like, I don't even know why I'm cursing. Like literally, I'm like, I don't even know why I'm cursing. Like I'm just cursing up a storm right there. But because of that cursing, I can I can put it up on YouTube if I bleep out the curses. But what I'm going to do is that I'm going to simply, if I curse, I'm going to put it on OnlyFans. I'm going to be like, these are exclusive videos if you want to see like behind the scenes and everything. And the ones where I'm not cursing and they're straightforward, the ones when I'm not cursing are pretty short. You know what I mean? So it works out perfectly. The ones when I'm not cursing, it's a short video. I'm not going to be like going through my videos and shortening them to give you guys little tidbits of like what's going on. Like, no, but we're not doing that. I go with the Wolverine style. My sister said I look like Wolverine. I can get that style. I need somebody to style my hair. I need a stylist, because I can't be doing this. I mean, it comes out looking great, but I feel like with better hands, it would be better. But I don't even want that. Like, I don't want a stylist. I don't want a driver. I don't want all that. But I think I'm going to eventually have to get to that point where I do hire people to help me out, because right now I can't drive. I can't do a lot of things. I'm only one person and I have a bunch of videos to go through. But I'm going to be going through my videos, and today, that's what I'm going to be doing, because today it's raining outside. You guys can't really see. I wonder how that looks. It's raining outside. It's a gloomy day. But regardless, I don't know what to do about, I actually like having an open window. Um, Back when I was in the hospital, there was one day when we were eating. This is the first time that I went to the hospital, that had to stay at the hospital, and it was for rehab. And I got there and I was just like, when am I going home? When am I going home? When the fuck am I going home, dude? And he's like, you're going home in a week. It's only going to take a week. And every day I still ask, I'm like, when am I going home? Because it could change, you know what I mean? He was being wishy-washy with it. He was my, what's it called? He was my social worker. So he was being wishy-washy with it, because you have to wait for the psychiatrist to say something. And I was sitting in the eating area. It's not that bad. I feel like we should prepare people for rehab and for mental hospitals, because it's bad. It's bad. I'm not gonna lie, because you can't leave. But other than that, it's not too bad. But also the people there are obnoxious. Like, you got to understand, like, everybody's going through a mental crisis at that point, and they're trying to get through it, and you have to deal with them. And I was the kid that kept to himself, and I was reading all the time, and that's what I did to escape that place. I would be reading. So my sister would bring me books, and I would read. So this is the first time I was at the hospital. I think it's called Carrier Clinic. And I was sitting in the eating area. We got our food. And I was like, I don't really hear voices. What happens is that I bend the voices that I hear. So it's like voice bending. Like we should call it a thing. It's like, are you voice bending right now? It's like, yeah, I'm voice bending. Like I'm getting all the positive vibes from the world right now because that's essentially what happens. It's like it would be bad if the voices were like, what are you doing? Go kill yourself. Like that would be bad. But voices typically kind of help you. And that's when you're doing okay, but it can get bad. It could definitely get bad. But I haven't dealt with bad voices. You know what I mean? Like typically they are all pretty cool. If you were to look back at it and be like, oh, I was definitely hearing voices, you would be like, yo, but what I was thinking at that time was so cool. Like these voices are awesome. Um, but I was sitting in the cafeteria and all the windows, you can keep your window open or you can close it with the curtains. And sometimes you sleep with someone in a room, but this time I was actually alone. This was a rehab center, so it was really nice. I was alone. I didn't have to share my room with anybody. So for the very first time, I opened the curtains and I kept them wide open day and night, day and night. And it calmed me down to such a degree when I went into that room and I just saw the outside. I think it was woods. We were surrounded by woods and I would just look and I would see, you know, deer. I saw a deer once and it was just greenery and it just made me feel so peaceful. And one day I was sitting in the cafeteria. I keep going back to the cafeteria. My bad. I was sitting in the cafeteria and there's these windows all the way up top and they're open. They're not blocked out or anything. So like rain or shine, night, day, it's the outside it's just shining through. And I was sitting there and this light just like hit me. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'm like, these people are probably looking at me thinking that I'm like some god or something. And sure enough, in my head, I was like, yeah, I'm a god. And it, the light was just shining through and I felt so good about myself. So I love to keep windows open, but eventually I've been keeping them closed because you can see right inside the house. That's the biggest thing. I can definitely get a screen protector for these windows, but I live with other people and they're going to say something. You know what I mean? Like my dad's going to say something because it only blocks out light during the day, but at night you can see everything. You know, there's no filter at night. So you would have to close the curtains at night. But knowing me, I would be like, I want to keep these curtains open 24/7, like nonstop. Like they did that in New York. And you can see in this couple's apartment at May's first apartment, we'll go to the roof and you would look up and then you would just see apartments. Some of them had closed windows with curtains, but there was this one where it was completely open and you can see everything. Like there's the bathroom and there's the room. It was a nice setup and this couple was just walking around like it's nothing. And we came there at night. Like you can't see during the day. Like I said, they probably had a screen protector on it, but at night you can see everything. And if they were getting it on, if they wanted to get it on, they would have gave us a whole show. But like what would people say? Like they can't complain or anything in New York, but this is New Jersey and the windows, you'll know who it is. You know what I mean? Like we can't go into that building and be like, floor number 77 has their windows wide open and we want them to close it. Like, nah, dude, you can't do that. But in New Jersey, you'll be like, it's that house right there. Whose room is that? It's going to be like, it's my room. It's like you are butt naked and everybody can see you. Like at one point I had these windows wide open, right? And I would sit in the corner of the room and change and do everything that I needed to do to keep the windows open. Like I tried to be as respectful as possible when I was doing it. But people would have definitely called me out on it because there's kids in the front and in the back. There's kids back there. There's kids over here. And it, this window, if you look straight down, you can see into their kitchen. So like when they're washing dishes, all they have to do is look up and they just see you. And if you're butt naked, they'll just see the top of you. Yes. Like you should see how they strategically made this roof. Like you'll see my top half. You might not see my bottom half, but in the back, you'll see everything. And I used to keep the window open, and my dad even commented on it. He was like, "Bro, your window is wide open. Like, close that shit." And I was just so distraught. I was like, "I don't want to close it," and that's because I was going through psychosis, and I wasn't listening. Like when I go through psychosis, I stop listening to people and I stop talking. I do a lot of things that are very weird, but that's how you can tell if I'm in a rut or something like that. But as long as I take my medication, I'm fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with me, which is what I love. But it's kind of scary at the same time because I've seen myself go out of control. So that makes me think, that makes me second guess everything that I do. It really does. Like, you can't get away from it. You can only have confidence in yourself at that moment that you're doing everything right. And then you have to get keys from different people. Like, what is my sister thinking right now? I need to know what she's thinking. Does she think I'm going crazy? But like the fact that they're in the same room with you and nobody's saying anything, but like if you're voice bending and it starts to get bad, that's a problem. And I feel like people need to understand that if your friend or somebody has a mental illness, that you need to tell them if they're doing okay or not. Like you need to update it. Like I can try my best and go days without anybody saying anything, but if somebody were to be like, "No, you're doing really good," like I'm constantly picking up on cues of them like roaming around and like you'll see in the video with me and May how natural it kind of looks, but it's really unnatural in my head because I'm like, does she think I'm going crazy? But in that whole video, I didn't think that. But sometimes in my house, I would think that a lot because most of the experiences happened here. Most of the time where I got taken to the hospital, I was about to say arrested. It feels like you're getting arrested. They make it very traumatizing for you. So, and my biggest pet peeve about what my sister did was that she never took the time to sit down and be like, "Listen, I'm going to call the ambulance if you don't want to go to the hospital with me." Like if she could have done that, I would be in a much better place right now. But she never did that. She just called and they would show up and it would be a bombardment. And that stuck with me. Now I'm always on my tippy toes with people. I don't know if that's the right term, but yeah, like if Belinda's seen this, I hope that you try to figure out a better way to do this because the way that you're doing it, the way that she did it was terrible, bro. Like it basically causes like nightmares. But not really nightmares, but yes, nightmares. But daymares too. It causes a lot of daymares because even though everything is going right, you feel like something has to be wrong, especially when you have a mental illness, especially if you had to be hospitalized for it. It's really, it's really distracting. It's harmful. The way that we take care of mental illness, the way that we do it with people, like we're not transparent whatsoever. Like to go into the hospital, they need to be like, "Listen," when they first get you there, just be like, "Listen, this is the steps that we're going to take." What they do, they shock you. They don't talk to you. They don't say anything to you. And it's very, very annoying. Very annoying. Like they don't talk. Nobody talks. You're just in a loss. You're in the twilight zone. Nobody says anything to you. They come in, they're like, do you want to be here or do you not want to be here? And you'll be like, obviously, I don't want to be here. Okay, you're involuntary. And then you're just like, what does involuntary mean? Oh, don't worry about it. I'm telling you, they do not talk. These people have no patience with you. It's rush, rush, do this, do that, do this. I'll talk to you, but I won't give you a straight answer. Like these doctors aren't straight with people. Like I've been in the hospital for the longest time was 1 month, and this doctor didn't say anything to me. She constantly kept me on the line. She was just like, I don't know when you're going to leave. Oh, you should be leaving soon. You should be leaving soon. What is soon, ma'am? What exactly is soon? Oh, you should be leaving soon. What's soon? Why can't you be transparent with me? If you don't know, then find out from somebody. But these people keep everybody waiting. They don't tell you anything, and it makes you even more stressed out. And it starts to show in your life the way that they do it. It starts to show up in different ways that you wouldn't even notice. It's just like, I don't want to be in places for too long. Like I can't work. Like I can stay in my room for a little bit, but I need food. I need substance. So I'm going to be like designing houses. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a kitchen. I want to put like your own bathroom as well, but that's going to be my biggest change when I design a house. I'm going to put a kitchen in each room so that you wake up and it gives you the most amount of independence. Like even if you're in a household with multiple people, like you have your own kitchen, you have your own bathroom, you can you can feel independent. I feel like it's a lot about feeling because Anya was asking me, well, Anya is having trouble with losing weight. And I sometimes forget what to tell her. Like, I want to be like, well, if you want to lose weight, you're going to have to move out of your house. If you want to lose weight, you're going to have to eat certain foods. But the biggest thing is moving out of your house and becoming independent. Like that was a big thing on my mind because that's when I lost the most weight that I've ever lost. And then I was going to also say that you need to be 100% happy. You need to be happy. Like these things don't even make sense. Like people wouldn't tell you this. When they tell you if you want to lose weight, they start going on a spiel about keto diet and running on the treadmill and doing exercise. And you see these people going to the gym over and over again and they're getting results and they're telling you that you can do it too. And you're just like, no, no, I can't. That's a lie. And it's true. Like you can't do it. It doesn't work for everybody. But you have May who constantly berates her and says that you should be able to, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. And I'm like, no, not everybody can do it. Like there are people like Ryan sent me a video about this guy who um he made he's on a fixed income and he eats like 3 orders of Chinese food at once. Like you're talking to her as if she's ordering 3 orders of Chinese food at once to eat. Like she has a big appetite. She's stressed out from work. She's about to get fired. She's about to get fired. And May just disregards all of that. And she's like, anybody can do it. You need to start losing weight. And it's just like, bro, May, you got to learn how to talk to people. If May sees this, she's gonna be so mad. She's gonna be like, "You always bring me up in bad lighting." I'm just like, bro. Sometimes you're just like a cannon, bro. You're just like a cannon. Sometimes you just say stuff, and it's just so mean and it's so unthoughtful. Like we think that everything that comes out of May's mouth is thoughtful because she's very smart and she retains knowledge well. So you have to take everything she says with seriousness. And most of the time, you're like, okay, okay. this is great. Like, she's talking about elephants, for example. Like, if it was facts like that, you have to listen to her because she knows her stuff. But when it comes down to moral responsibility, you can't trust her. Like, unfortunately, you can't trust her. Like, the things that she's going to tell you is going to sound crazy. It's going to sound crazy. You have to take it with a grain of salt. Like, you can't be like, yeah, I'm going to go do it, because you'll hurt somebody. You'll definitely hurt somebody. Like, a lot of people will get hurt around May if she doesn't learn how to control her anger and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm going to start editing some videos. No, like, this is what I'm talking about. As you can see, these videos tend to get really long, and I am not going to go back and edit these things and cut out stuff. You got me effed up. I'm going to try to stop cursing as much, but once I get a platform where I'm able to like talk freely, I'm going to curse, because like I have to stop myself. I'm like, F. Just stop yourself. So this is going on OnlyFans. This is going to be an OnlyFans exclusive. And you're going to have those exclusive videos that you have to pay for to see, because this thing about profanity is ridiculous. But YouTube allows you to put stuff with profanity in it. So I'm going to definitely check that out. But if I start looking around and I see that OnlyFans is bleeped out on YouTube videos, it's like they don't want you to say anything. But when you look deeply into it, they're just put some thought behind it. But honestly, like, we're very thoughtless people. Like, we do things on, what's it called? On impulse. Like, we're very impulsive people. And for you to be like, I don't want you to be impulsive, is absolutely crazy. Like, you need a safe place to share your stuff. So like, Twitter is a safe place to share your stuff, because they're sharing everything on there. They're sharing brutal stuff like beatings and fighting, and the news is just terrible. Like, when you go on Twitter, you're just like, I feel messed up right now. Like, what did I just watch? You know what I mean? But I can only post like 2 minute 20-second videos on Twitter. That works out great. I have no problem with that. You can see that they break up your time in between stuff. But yeah. And I need to eat something too. But that's what I'm good for now. I just made a video. I think it's like one video a day at least. And they can go for longer. I can go for longer, but I think I'm at the end of what I want to talk about. Like, these videos, man, they're just going to be like, they're going to be crazy. I'm so excited. I'm excited that my OnlyFans account got approved. Do you know you have to do your W-2 for OnlyFans? That's crazy. And I was like, bro, I can get paid for this immediately and not wait. What am I waiting for? Why am I going on YouTube? Why am I going on? I'm going to go on Patreon too. Like, I'm going to be going everywhere until I can find a place where I can safely talk. Because honestly, I just talked right there, but I left out a bunch of stuff. I left out a bunch of stuff that I could have been talking about, but I left it out because I'm like, I'm not sure if even OnlyFans will like, because they say that you can't promote drugs, and I'm not really promoting it. I even asked Gemini, I was like, bro, I am not promoting drugs. I'm just talking about it. And it's like, you can't even talk about it. And I'm like, how do you expect people? This is why you send them to therapy, because you don't allow them to talk. How are they supposed to share anything? They can't share anything. You literally shut them up. You don't let these people talk. So it's definitely a problem. Definitely a problem. Like, absolutely, it needs to be looked at. And you don't let people with mental illness talk because it mostly has to do with cannabis, heroin, all these different things. And you want us to talk about it in an educational manner, but we can't talk. I can't talk about it in an educational manner. Like, what am I going to say? I'm going to be like, don't do this, guys. And you think they're going to listen to me? Like, Vice goes around and they talk about this stuff, but I feel like they bleep out words. So I'm going to take a look at Vice again. But there's a website, weed.org or something like that. And Vice puts their videos on there too. Like, wherever Vice is at, I should be at. Like, they're on Snapchat, they're on Facebook, they're everywhere. But on that website that I just said, they have more exclusive videos. And you see those views. Have you ever gone to that website, guys? You should check out that website. There's only like the top videos have like 220 views. The top videos, the top, the top videos have 220 views. You just look through most of it, and most of them have one view. So, like, I really want to capitalize on that website to see if I can get some traction because they have people on it, and I could definitely get some traction. Is this light messing everybody up? It's definitely messing me up. How does it look if I'm over here? Yeah, this is my daylight. I'm going to be getting lights soon. I was just talking about this last night. Like, what should I do about lights? Because I have no idea what I'm doing about lights. But yeah, guys, I'm going to edit this and we're going to keep it going. No, it's not working.